Hello, Year 2. So for reading comprehension today, I'm going to read through the text with you because we now have used up all of the reading comprehensions that Mrs. Inwood and I printed for you back in week 1 of this half term to send home in those home learning packs. So from now on, I will read the text. It will also be on Tapestry if you want to download it and print it off for yourself. But I know lots of you don't have printers. So to make it easier, I will read the text, then I'll read the questions. You can pause the video to answer the questions, and then we can go through the answers together. Okay, so today is a non-fiction text. Can you remember what non-fiction means, children? Okay, non-fiction means it's factual. Okay, so what I'm about to read to you is based on facts. And I'm going to read you about a very special scientist because this week, children, in your electricity work, you were using a light bulb. And this particular scientist is famous for inventing the light bulb. And his name is Thomas Edison. He's famous for other things as well. So listen while I read the text to you. Thomas Edison was born on the 11th of February, 1847. That's a very long time ago. He died on the 18th of October, 1931, aged 84. Childhood. Thomas Edison was born in America. He had hearing problems from having an illness called scarlet fever when he was young. His mother was a teacher, so he did not go to school, but was taught at home. A bit like you are now, children. Getting a job. He got his first job by accident. He saved a 3-year-old boy from being hit by a train, and the boy's father was so thankful he gave Thomas a job as a telegraph operator. And in this box, it explains what a telephone operator is, for those of us that don't know. A telegraph operator is a person who operates a telephone switchboard. Okay, that's an important job when Thomas Edison was alive. At 19 years old, Thomas got a new job. He worked at night so that he could do his experiments. One night, he spilled sulfuric acid on the floor and it dripped through the wooden floorboards onto the desk of his boss below. Thomas Edison lost his job. Okay, his boss would not have liked having acid dripping through the floorboards onto his desk. First invention. Thomas Edison's first invention was finished in 1877. The phonograph. The phonograph. This was a machine that could record and replay sound. The sound was played through a large horn. Suddenly, Thomas Edison became famous. An amazing man. Thomas Edison was a very careful worker, just like you are, children. He thought hard about all the different things that could go wrong and how to put things right. Can you see the electric light bulb? The electric light bulb. Thomas wanted to invent a light that did not need oils or gas to be lit. Okay, so for light, before Thomas invented the light bulb, they would need to have burnt oil or gas or even lit candles for their light. Edison created a light bulb that would stay lit using electricity for 14.5 hours. His legacy. Thomas Edison died in 1931. He was 84 years old. Almost everyone in the world has used at least one of his inventions. The electric light bulb. We are still using them today, almost 100 years later. Okay, so that light bulb that he invented, okay, is still very important to all of us today, isn't it, children? Let's have a little look at the questions about that text. Remember, children, if you want to find the answers, you can always rewind the video, okay, so that you can find the page that the question might be answered. Question number 1. Where was Thomas Edison from? Okay, so you might want to pause the video, go back to the first page and find the answer as to where Thomas Edison was born. What does a telegraph operator do? Remember, children, the answer was in this orange box. So you have to find the answers in the text. Question 3. What did Thomas Edison spill on the floor? Can you remember, children? It's quite a hard spelling. You might have to go back and check. Question number 4. What was Thomas Edison's first invention? Don't forget to pause the video so you can answer the questions. You can go back and check to find the answer and write it down. Question 5. How many hours did his first electric light bulb stay lit for? Question 6. Name one thing about Edison that made him a great inventor. Ooh, made him a great inventor. Question 7. What year did he die? And finally, question 8. What are we still using today, almost 100 years after his death? I think you know the answer to that one, don't you? So once you've written down all your answers, okay, you can always find a green pen or pencil to mark your work with, couldn't you, children? Like we do at school sometimes when we self-check our work. Remember, we can check and change with that green pen or pencil. So hopefully you've answered those 8 questions in your exercise book about this famous scientist, Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. Okay, and here are our answers. Did you get them right? Let's see. Question 1, where was Thomas Edison from? Thomas Edison was from America. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. And if you didn't, you can check and change with your green pen or pencil. What does a telegraph operator do? A telegraph operator controls a telephone switchboard. That's how people used to be connected on the telephone. Question number 3, what did Thomas Edison spill on the floor? Thomas Edison spilled sulfuric acid on the floor. It's a very strong acid. Okay, very careful if you're a scientist using that. Question 4, what was Thomas Edison's first invention? Thomas Edison's first invention was the phonograph. Can you remember, children, that was explained here? Okay, and it was a machine that could record and replay sound. Question number 5. Oh, we need the answers, don't we? How many hours did his first electric light bulb stay lit for? His first electric light bulb stayed lit for 14.5 hours. I bet he was really happy about that. Question number 6, name one thing about Edison that made him a great inventor. Well, there were lots of things that made him a great inventor. So did you get any of the following? He was a careful worker, just like you are, children. He thought hard, just like you do, children. And he worked hard to improve things, just like you do, children. Question number 7. What year did he die? He died in 1931. And the last question, what are we still using today, almost 100 years after his death? We are still using the electric light bulb, aren't we? Almost 100 years after his death. And you're going to be using an electric light bulb to power your lighthouse light when you build it in DT. Okay, well done, children. If you've got 8 out of 8, that's 8 house points. If you've got 7 out of 8, that's 7 house points, and so on. Well done.